Stand up if you ever felt unhappy, sad, or unsatisfied in your life. I mean it. Stand up. That's a lot of people. Are you all right? Now sit down if while you felt these emotions, you either beat yourself up, had some negative thoughts about it, or found yourself in a negative thinking cycle. This talk is for you. Today is way deeper than me just sharing how to use your dissatisfaction for positive results. Today, I will talk to you about my literal survival story. That sounds deep, I know. In this society, dissatisfaction is labeled as negative. In a society where we're always forced to be strong and to never show emotions, what do we tend to do with these negative emotions? Exactly, we push them away. Today, I will convince you guys that dissatisfaction is not only necessary for your success, but also very important for you to grow out of your comfort zones. Let's define dissatisfaction first. Dissatisfaction is the lack of happiness or fulfillment with a current situation or outcome. Let me give you an example of my life. 2020, the horror year. You remember that year. I was 19, it was COVID, and I was very dissatisfied with how politicians were using their influence to oppress us. But during lockdown, I had some time to slow down and to be honest with myself. I hadn't really been doing stuff that was aligning with who I truly was. I was doing no music. I was working in an insurance company as finance advisor, and I made a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but I was unhappy. I got my wake-up call when I had a racist experience with a police officer in Munich, and I posted a video about it, crying online, and that video went viral. And if I would have known that it went viral, I would have looked way better. 3 days later, George Floyd was murdered. And that sparked new conversations and new protests in Germany as well. I helped organizing one of these protests in Germany, and with 25,000 people attending, it was the biggest protest in Germany. Thank you. Thank you. In my speech, I encouraged the Black community to feel their emotions and to use them as fuel for acting and creating opportunities for themselves. Today, I want to convince you guys to do the same. Let me share you my 5 key points on how to use dissatisfaction as fuel for your success. Number 1, acknowledge the feeling. People tend to complain a lot. But if the stress is around you, that means that you are the center of the problems. To grow, you need to start acknowledging the role you're playing in your own suffering. You got to take accountability. There are some red flags that may show that you are dissatisfied with your life, especially in the youth. I'm not looking at anybody. High party drives, smoking a lot of weed, drinking alcohol. When lockdown came, we had no choice but to slow down. So, in other words, I had to slow down as well. Number 2, spend some time alone and visualize your dream life. A friend of mine said something that was really inspiring to me. He said, people that have nothing to hold on to tend to fall in despair. And he's right. I could see that in 2020 as well. I questioned the whole world when I saw the videos of George Floyd. I didn't feel like life was worth living anymore. What I did was I started to isolate myself. After my speech, I got a lot of media hype, and big TV channels like BBC and several German TV channels reached out to me 2,000 new followers, and out of nowhere, people wanted my opinion. I declined them all. I was like, nah, I'm sorry. I need to isolate. So I had a 3-week social media break, and I rested, and I took care of my inner child. You can also do visualization by creating vision boards. This is my vision board from 2021. You can see my favorite artist, Corday. You can see the UK, you can see Miss Germany. I'm Vice Miss Germany 2022, so that happened. Thank you. But other forms of visualizations is other forms of art as well. You can paint, you can write poems, whatever you want. The choice is yours. Third, write down your thoughts and manifestations. I started journaling in 2020. Journaling is the act of writing your thoughts down. You really need to see what you're manifesting. And by writing it out, I also had structured thoughts, and it was kind of self-therapy. So if you ask yourself the right questions while you're journaling, you might find solutions and the root of your problems. I also started with affirmations and manifestations, and you saw my favorite artist on my vision board. I manifested performing with him since 2020, and it really happened in 2021. Thank you. Thank you so much. It didn't only happen, it also happened in the UK, which I was manifesting as well, so yeah, that was pretty cool. Reach out for help. Now that we acknowledged our feelings, we recharged, we isolated, took care of our inner child, visualized, manifested, we need to reach out for help. And I'd like to stress that because in our generation, we don't like to reach out for help, so I want us to say it together. Reach out for help. 1, 2, 3. Reach out for help. That is important, guys. And even though I'm supposed to be the expert, I'm not good at reaching out for help either. My anxiety always lies to me that my friends may not like me. My depression's like, life's not worth living, so I tend to fall in despair. But what I found out is that every time I fall in despair and I talk to the people that really inspire me and that share the same mindset as I do, I always find myself back on my feet. So, round of applause for my support system, please. Thank you. Emotions are energies in motion. What if the dissatisfaction is a warning emotion coming to you to tell you that there is something that you need to change about your life because you're not aligning with what you truly deserve? And don't be afraid to fail on that way. There is nothing like failure. Failure is just an opportunity to try again, but smarter. So keep inspiring and like-minded people around you. Just like everybody who sat down at the beginning of my speech, I am also dissatisfied, a lot. But my mindset is key. I don't see dissatisfaction as something negative. I see it as a chance to grow. I might seem successful to other people, but as long as my parents still work here because their house in Cameroon is still under construction, I need to go harder to make it happen for them. And as long as I'm not selling out arenas worldwide, I need to go harder. That means I'm just at the beginning of my career, and that's a beautiful thing. We're young. So, yeah, don't let anybody pressure you. Since emotions are energies in motions, just know that emotions come and go. You're on the safe side. Love yourself enough to keep a healthy support system like friends and family around you who won't let you forget who you are and what you do. Best of luck. Thank you.